Namaste, welcome to this beautiful day to practice yoga together. We're going to use some props for this class. So I have a blanket here. If you have a blanket nearby, please grab it. Blocks could come in handy, but not mandatory. We're going to put that to the side for now. And then let's just go ahead and find a comfortable seat. So if you need to sit on your blanket, but see if you can find your sits bones and just kind of move them back and up. That allows your sits bones to get grounded. Your hands can rest comfortably on top of your knees. And then as you sit tall, bring your chin slightly towards your chest. That allows the back of your neck to get long so that you're not lifting the chin up and putting unnecessary tension on the neck. And just close your eyes for a moment. And as you do, just notice your breath, just the natural way of your breathing. You don't need to do anything to change it or shift it in any way. And with that intention of just focusing on your inhalations and exhalations, just kind of ask yourself this question: what would give me nourishment in this moment? So we're actually considering our yoga practice as a nourishing practice. That's something that feeds us, something that helps you recover and rejuvenate. So just kind of put that question out to yourself. Nobody else needs to answer it, and you don't need to say it out loud, but just what would nourish me in this moment? And for the rest of our time together, we're going to move from that intention of this giving us nourishment. So bring your left hand to your heart, right hand on top of your left hand, and then bow down to that beautiful intention that you just created within yourself. Now take a nice deep breath in through the nose and open your mouth and exhale out. Long exhale. One more time, inhale through the nose. Feel your chest expanding, and then open the mouth and exhale all the air out. And again, last one, nice deep inhalation. Make this last exhale long as you can do it. And then as you drop the chin down towards your chest, take your arms next to your fingers are on the floor, so like spider arms, and just kind of move your head side to side. Almost like you're drawing a little smiley face on the floor in front of you. Just move your chin to your left shoulder and to the right shoulder. If there's one side that's a little bit tighter and you feel a little more tension, you can pause there for a moment. But let the head just move side to side, just creating a little bit of a mobility in the neck. Let the shoulders move away from your ears. Sometimes when we do that, the shoulders come up. So let the shoulders down. And then right now, if you feel a little bit more on one side, just pause there for a moment. So I notice a little bit more on the right side of my neck, and I'm going to just hold it here. See where it is for you. And then gently come on back up. Take your hands behind you. You can put your hands on a block if you want to, or just lean back as you lift the chest up. Let the shoulders down your back as you lift the heart up. If it feels good on your neck, you can lift the chin up slightly. Try not to drop the head back. So you're just really lifting the sternum up as high as it feels good. And then slowly lower down. And then we're just going to stay seated for just a moment, hands back on top of your knees. Let's do some cat-cows, seated cat-cows. As you inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, pull the belly and round the back, drop the chin, drop the head. And inhale, lift the chest, send the tail back behind you. Exhale, bring it all in. So really contract the belly and let the head drop. One more time, inhaling, lift the chest up. Exhale, pull the belly and round the back. And then as you come to a neutral spine, take your hands behind you again, palms down this time. Put both feet flat on your mat. And initially, you may need to move the feet a little bit farther away. Take that right ankle on top of your left knee. And we can stay here. You might already feel a nice stretch in that right piriformis, the outside edge of the right foot. If you don't feel anything and you want a little bit more, you can just sit up a little bit higher, bringing your left foot a little bit closer to your chest. So go wherever you feel that stretch without rounding the back. So see if you can keep the chest lifted. And then here we're just going to point and flex that right foot. If you like to, you can also rotate that right ankle one direction and then rotate it the other direction, and just remind yourself of your intention of wanting to feel nourished and fulfilled and rejuvenated. So see if this is serving you in this moment. If not, take care of yourself. So maybe move your foot back. And then we're just going to slowly begin to rotate our lower body to the left, where that right foot is going to come on the floor. And we're just going to reach the right arm all the way up, press the left hand down, do a nice big stretch here. Inhale, breathe into that right side, and then gently begin to reach towards your left toes as you reach the left arm up. And then again, inhale, lower the left hand down as you reach the right side up, and moving back and forth between side to side. And once again, inhale and exhale. And then release, bring that left hand back down, come back into your little hip stretch here, and then switch sides. So maybe this side is a little bit different. Maybe you need to move your legs farther away from your hips. Take that left ankle on top of the right knee, and then rotate or point and flex that foot. Again, if this feels good enough for you and you're already feeling that stretch in the left hip, great, stay here. Otherwise, you can see if you want to come up a little bit higher and bring your right heel a little bit closer. But if you do that, make sure you're not rounding the back. So the chest is lifted, you're feeling that nice stretch in that left hip, and keep breathing. Keep doing whatever feels good with that left ankle. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly twist your lower body so your left foot is flat on the floor. Your right hand is going to rest on the floor. Reach the left arm all the way up. Stretch at the left side. And lower the left hand down to your right foot as you reach the right arm up. And again, inhale. Left arm reaches all the way over. Stretch it out. Exhale. Take it all the way back. And last one, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then come back all the way back to the center. This time bring the soles of your feet together, butterfly pose. Your knees are out to the side, and make this an easy butterfly. So instead of bringing the heels close to your body, let the heels away a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale and bow forward. Now drop the head down here. And we're just going to stay here for a moment, letting the back stretch. So all the way from your upper back, mid back to low back is just getting a nice stretch. Drop the head down, shake the head side to side. And just keep breathing into your back, almost as if you have this warm oil just dropping down your spine all the way down to your tailbone, feeling the soothed and nourished. And then gently lift your torso all the way up. Extend that right leg out to the right. Bring the left heel a little bit closer to your groin. And then initially we're just going to make this an easy one. So just turn your torso a little bit towards the right knee. Your arms are framing that right leg. Take a nice deep inhalation, lift the chest up, and exhale and bow towards your right knee. And again, move with your breath, inhaling, lifting the chest up, exhale and bow forward. And inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale and bow forward. And last one, inhale. And then this time as you bow forward, we're gonna stay here. If you like to, you can put your hands flat on the floor. You can also put one of your blocks on your shin and just bring your forehead down on top of the block and stay here. Remember, whatever you decide to do is serving you. So don't go to where you feel like, oh, this doesn't feel good. You want to be able to feel the sense of support from your props and not hindrance. And then as you close your eyes here, just breathe into that lower left side, the QL muscle. And remember, keep a slight bend in that right knee. So your right leg is not 100% straight. Inhale and exhale. And then press yourself all the way back up. Take your right hand to your left knee. Roll that right hip up and up and up towards the ceiling, and then just a little twist to the left. If you like to, you can reach the right arm away from your body, stretching out. Inhale and exhale. This should feel really good stretch for your low back. And then nice and slowly come back to the center. Bring that right heel in and extend the left leg out. And again, turn your torso towards your left knee with a slight bend in that knee. Your hands are gonna frame that left foot. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale and bow forward. It doesn't need to be that far to get the stretch here, right? So just wave-like motion in the spine. Inhaling, lift the chest. Exhale and fold. And last one, and we're gonna hold the fold here. So pause here for a moment. You can bring the hands flat on the floor. And again, if you use the block on the other side, maybe you like to take the block and put it on top of your shin or knee or thigh and just let the head hang. And then just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Let the head completely drop. Inhale and exhale, and feel the weight of your head stretch out the low back. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. And then gently press yourself all the way back up. Take that left hand to your right knee now. And as you lift the left hip up, twist over to the right, and then reach the left arm up if that feels good. And just nice deep breath into the low back, into the hips. Inhaling and exhaling. And come back to the center, please. Now this time you're going to go back to side A, except that both knees are bent. So your right heel is going to go to the outside of your right hip, your right hand on your right hip. We're going to turn and twist over to the left and then come back to the center. Inhale. So here's where a blanket can come in handy. Especially if you have issues with that right knee, feel free to put the blanket under your right knee. The floor comes up to your knee, so it's a little bit gentler and easier on your hip as well. Inhale, lift the heart as you twist to the left. Exhale, come back to the center. And again, 2 more times. Inhaling, take it over, stretch it out. Exhale. And in any of these poses or movements, if you feel like you just want to stay there for just a moment longer, please feel free to do that. And last one, now we're all going to stay here as you reach and twist. Again, you can reach the right arm up if that feels good on that right side body. And then lower everything back to the center, switch to the other side. So the left knee is back, your left heel is against that left hip, and you're propping your knee up if you have any kind of issues with the knee or the hip. Left hand on your hip, begin to twist over to the right. And exhale back to the center. You may also feel that you're giving a little massage to the hip as you're doing this, which is lovely to be able to do a self massage here. Inhale, rotate, and exhale, center. And last time, inhale and exhale, and last time. And then this time you're just going to stay here, and if it feels good you can reach the left arm all the way up and stretch it out. And then coming all the way back to the center. Now bring both knees back up. Now we're going to use the blanket. If you've got the blanket next to you, or even a pillow would work. So if you have a blanket, go ahead and make a roll of your blanket like this. Or if you're just using a pillow, go ahead and put the pillow or the blanket under your knees. So you're going to have a flexion of the knees here, your back of your knees resting on that structure. Lift your hips up and move your sits bones back behind you. And then either elbows on top of your thighs, or you can just, if you're a little bit more flexible, you can bring the elbows to the shins and then drop the head down in between your legs. And as you do this again, feel that great stretch, right? So all these muscles get so tight throughout the day as we're kind of sitting there in our meetings back to back. So let the head completely drop as you rest your arms on your thighs or our shins, and just breathe. You can close your eyes for a moment and send your breath to the low back. Imagine your breath is like massaging your low back and creating more space. And in fact, the longer you stay here, you may feel like you can actually fold forward a little bit deeper. And just breathe nice and slowly, inhaling and exhale. And one more time, inhale and exhale. If this feels amazing and you want to stay here, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we're just going to gently, with the help of our hands, press ourselves all the way up to a comfortable seat. And then now our structure is going to go all the way up. So it's going to be like on the bra line here. So if you're using a pillow, just make sure that it's right around here that you're using it. Essentially, you want the top of your shoulders to be comfortably on the floor. So we're just going to lie down here. The top of the shoulders are resting on the floor. You can keep your knees bent, put your feet flat on the floor, or you can extend the legs out. And play with this structure a little bit to make sure that it's not too much, right? So you might need to switch and make the roll a little bit smaller, or if you need to, you can make it a little bit bigger. Your arms are going to be out to the side. And here we're just going to go for a beautiful heart opening. So your chest is open. All these muscles in your front deltoids, the front of your shoulders, and the pectoralis muscles on your chest are right now getting stretched out. And as you know, as we sit down with our backs rounded as we're working, or even our phone, our back is rounded and the shoulders come in and all these muscles get so tight. So we're creating, essentially, we're kind of learning how to have a long spine here. So close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in. If you like to, you can also have your feet in butterfly pose. So you can bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide out to the side. That just gives you a little bit more stretch in the hips, but it's not mandatory or necessary. And we're just going to stay here and breathe. Inhale, big breath in. And exhale, open your mouth just like you did at the beginning of the class, and exhale all the air out. And two more times, just like that. Nice deep inhalation through the nose. And as you exhale, sigh it out. And last one, inhale. Big breath in. Let it all go. This is your opportunity to let go of what you don't need any longer, letting any kind of feelings, emotions, tightness, tension, let it all go. Release. And then gently put the feet flat on the floor. And now we're going to stay here, but we're just going to windshield wipe our knees side to side. So you may notice that the knees don't drop all the way to the floor depending on the height of your rolled up blanket or pillow, which is okay. Just take it as far as you like to. And nice deep breath in. And then next time you're over to the left, just roll all the way over to the left. But we're going to move that structure a little bit higher. So take your rolled up blanket or pillow and put it right under your armpit. So this is really, really nice for your lymphatic nodes under the armpit. If you have a block nearby or another pillow, you can take the block or pillow under your head. If you don't, just take that left arm all the way above and then let your left ear rest on your bicep. And then we're just gonna, as our body is slowly rejuvenating here, excuse me, I couldn't find the word, as we're finally getting refreshed here with the lymph nodes getting a little bit congested, once we come out of the pose, all these fresh lymphatic fluids rush into those areas. So we just want to stay here for just a moment, and then we're just going to do some movement with the top leg. So extend that right leg up, rotate the right ankle one direction, and then rotate the ankle the opposite direction. And then when the toe pointed, bring your right knee to your chest. You can hook that right knee in and just let the weight of your hand draw the right knee towards your chest. And then pause here for a moment. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale it out. Now I'm going to ask you to really bring that right knee in. So you're creating an intentional compression with that right hip using your bicep and forearm. Draw the knee in as much as you can. Squeeze that right knee in. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And then release the leg. So there's all these lymphatic nodes in this right hip. And then slowly release and unrotate. And then just rest with your resting your head on your structure. Just pause here for a moment. Let your arms out to the side. Let the legs be extended in a little mini Shavasana here. So if you can imagine just now as you released the arm and the leg, your synovial fluids are rushing into the hip and the shoulder, and then the lymph nodes are getting refreshed with fresh fluids. One more deep breath in, exhale it out, and then just roll over to the other side. So we're going to repeat that on the right side, but I'm going to turn around this way so my back is not towards you. So I'm going to take my structure and put it under my right armpit. And again, if you want to, you can always rest your head on your block, or I actually prefer to rest my head on my right bicep. And as I come over here, I'm just kind of little bit putting a little bit pressure on that on the right armpit. Bring the left, actually extend the left leg out and initially point and flex the foot, and then rotate that left ankle and reverse the rotation. And then bring that left knee to your chest and hug the knee in. And then as you hug the knee in, intentionally draw the knee as close as you can to your chest. So imagine that there's, well, you don't have to imagine, visualize that there's all these lymph nodes in your hip, and you're just squeezing in, you're bringing the knee as close as you can. Use your strong biceps to draw the knee as close as you can to your chest. And just breathe here. Nice deep inhales through the nose, and you can exhale out and open up mouth. And one more deep breath in, and then we're going to release everything. So one more deep breath in and exhale. And then extend that left leg out and then roll on your back. Rest your head on your structure. Little mini Shavasana here, arms wide, legs wide. And now let all the fresh fluids rush into your lymph nodes. Beautiful. And then put your feet flat on the floor, roll over to one side, keep your structure exactly where it is, and then you're just going to roll over so that not your breast, but your rib cage is going to be on your structure. So you might need to move up a little bit so that the rib cage is resting on your pillow or your blanket. Your elbows are on the floor and legs are wide apart from each other, so at least mat width apart. Your forearms press down gently. You're in this pose called Sphinx pose. So lift the chest up here. You're creating a nice back bend. Fingers are wide apart from each other. And really think about pressing your inner edges of your forearms down. So you want that kind of an internal rotation as you are in this passive pose. Your head can either hang if that feels good on your neck, or you can intentionally lift and have your gaze just ahead of you, maybe a foot in front of you. And then just breathe here in this back bend. Back bends are really, really strong poses for self-acceptance and self-love. And since we're really focusing on self-care in this practice, we're really going to cultivate a sense of kindness and compassion for our bodies exactly the way it is, without having to change anything or look different or feel different or do anything. This is your moment to yourself. This is your gift of self-care to yourself. One more deep breath in. Exhale and then relax. And then gently, slowly press yourself up. So take your time coming out of this pose, right? Gently come all the way up into tabletop pose. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale into your cat pose as you drop the head and the tailbone. And two more times. Inhale, lift the heart into your cow pose. Exhale into cat. And last one, inhale and exhale. And then now we're going to take our little blanket or pillow and we're going to put it under our low bellies, right here, the transverse abdominis. So not on the stomach, but make sure that it's right around here, right above the pubic area, right below the navel, the belly button. That's going to go there. And the reason we're doing this practice is this actually really helps you move stuff out of the way. So it's really great for releasing stuff physically and mentally. And we're just going to stay here for just a moment, allowing it's really a great digestive pose, especially if at any point you feel maybe backed up or constipated. This is a really good pose to go to. So we're just going to breathe into our structure. Now make sure your buttocks are not tight. So a lot of times we squeeze our butt. Let your buttocks be really soft. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel your belly press onto your structure. And exhale out of an open mouth. And again, inhale. And exhale, open your mouth. And inhale. Press your belly into the butt in structure and exhale. Last one, inhale. This is it. This is our last pose. Exhale. Very nice. And then gently press yourself up. Lean back into child's pose. Bring this big toes together, knees are wide apart. You can make it a little bit of a supported child pose by stacking your forearms, bringing your forehead down. Just stretch out your low back for a moment here. And then as you're ready, go ahead and sit up, please. All the way you can sit cross-legged. Or you can lie down. If you prefer to lie down and do Shavasana, please feel free to do that. But sit tall. If you're sitting here with me, close your eyes for just 1 minute. We'll just do 1 minute of consolidating everything that just happened, integrating, the body is integrating all the movements. If you have time, please feel free to stay here and just do your Shavasana a little bit longer, or maybe you like to do a seated meditation. Otherwise, bring your hands to your heart center. If you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, bow down to yourself. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this really beautiful self-care practice.